Hello everyone, Thempire Ian here with more new cards. We've got the new Rescue Ace cards, just like I predicted in the Exorcister video. New Rescue Ace cards to go along with them. What was the third one? Was the third one Dark Magician? Or was the Dark Magician part of a different set of tactical tri-decks? I'm not sure. Anyways, we've got new Rescue Ace cards, so let's take a look at them. I'm really excited for this because I love Rescue Ace. I think Rescue Ace is such a fun deck, so I'm really excited to see what these are doing. First up, we got Rescue Ace Quick Attacker, a level 3 Fire Warrior effect monster, so it's part of the lower level Warrior side of the deck. 1400, 1400. You can only use the first and second Ace card on your turn. You can shuffle one other Rescue Ace card from your hand or face-up field into the deck. Special summon this card from your hand. Okay. And that's not a quick effect. Not a quick effect. So unlike the other warriors, it doesn't have a way to. It doesn't have like a way to play on the opponent's turn, for some reason. Contribute this card. You can't special from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except for fire monsters. Okay, so we have a lock. So this is probably gonna be a pretty powerful effect then, right? Also add a Rescue Ace monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, a search. And if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon the added monster. Okay. So I guess it's another way to get into our good cards without having to have emergency exactly. So this card, I don't know if this is good in the main Rescue Ace deck exactly, because they already have emergency and 3 copies of it and 3 copies of a searcher to find it. And, you know, Hydrant can search the searcher as well. So it's really consistent already. You don't really need that. But in Genesis format, you only have 1 copy of emergency, and you have to play all sorts of bad cards to try and get you into the searcher, right? You're playing like Infernoble cards just to make sure you can get to the searcher because it's a fire warrior, and then get the emergency to hand so you can actually play the game. This kind of lets you skip that, and so with that in mind, this is probably a good card for Genesis format specifically. Yeah, I don't mind this guy at all for that. I don't know about the rest of the format though. And then we have a Link Force, which is not for Genesis format and would be the main format instead. Rescue Ace Arbitrator. What does that mean? Like, is this is the guy you send in after you accidentally break someone's house while fighting the fire, and it arbitrates the he goes to arbitration when this guy comes to the field. It's a Link 4. Wow, man, a Link 4. Okay, that's a lot of material. Fire Machine, Link Effect Monster, 3000 attack, left, bottom, right, right. 2+ fire monsters. Now the cool thing is, because it's generic like that, all it takes is a Prom Princess. So it's essentially a Link 3 thanks to Prom Princess. That's still a lot of material. So if you're making this, you have to basically be on Snake Eyes, right? On the Snake Eyes package. Which, you know, is not a bad package. It doesn't have OSS anymore. So, like... you can special summon, only special summon this once per turn, only use the second effect twice per turn. If this card is Link Summon, you can add a Rescue Ace Hydrant or a Rescue Ace HQ for your deck or graveyard to your hand. That's cool. That's a cool effect. Getting Hydrant's really important for the deck, obviously, and Rescue HQ is actually a lot more important for the deck than you might think. It is essentially how the deck has any staying power whatsoever after the first turn. Like, if you are expecting to do anything in like turn 3, you're like past turn 3. Like, if you want to play the game past turn 3, you're going to need HQ. And being able to not only just have another way to add it to the hand, because you already have the searcher, of course, but the searcher is going to get emergency if you don't already have that. Being able to have that, and then also you can get it from the graveyard if it gets popped, means you can still keep playing just the 1 copy and not have to worry about what happens when it hits the graveyard, right? That's not bad. If you activate a Rescue Ace quick play spell or normal trap card, which is all the things you set off of Turbulence, you set one card on your opponent, or you can target a card on your opponent's field, destroy that target. So it makes every single quick play and normal trap get a little bit extra value. Oh wait, it says card. Oh my god, Rescue Ace finally has a way to deal with back row. Okay, that's actually really good. Finally a way to actually fucking deal with back row. Rescue Ace was miserable in going into the back row decks, even though it was a back row deck. It was very funny. That fixes it. That fixes that issue like really well. I love that. So, okay. But like to make this thing, Rescue Ace doesn't really put up a lot of material, and a lot of the material it does put up, you want to keep on the field, like Turbulence or oh, what's the name of the Book of Moon one? You know the one. So you know, there's a lot of guys you want to do that with, but the Snake Eyes package, normal summoning. Well, the problem with the Snake Eyes package though is that we don't have OSS anymore, right? Does the OCG have OSS? Is OSS not banned in the OCG? That might be what it is. Original Sinful Spoils. Legal in the OCG. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, it's a fine card. It's fine. God damn it. It's fine in the OCG. It's fine here. Fucking hell. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's what it is. Is like you're supposed to use the Snake Eyes combo to get into Prom Princess. Prom Princess makes Arbitrator instead of like a Salamangrate card or whatever the fuck. Arbitrator can then add like whatever you're missing, probably your Rescue HQ, because you have the OSS to go into Hydrant, which you've done already probably because you got the Poplar into the graveyard so you could do other things. From the field when it equips itself to the field, and yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, granted, that's still not like you go. You go Snake Eyes Ash, right? Snake Eyes Ash, grab Poplar. Poplar summons itself. Poplar grabs OSS. You link off Poplar into whatever. Yeah, like Link Karibo, right? Poplar come back to the field. Poplar's there on the field. You've got to go like Ash effect. Send Poplar. Grab Oak. Summon back Poplar. Link those two off for Prom Princess. Prom Princess summon back a Snake Eye. Make Arbitrator. And then like what, because like you don't have a place there to really OSS because you need every single bit of material. I mean, Flamberge, you could do Flamberge too. Like we have like a ton of the Snake Eye stuff legal, so you could I don't think you could bring back all of that and OSS and Flamberge. I think what the what is the OCG's Snake Eyes policy right now? Like I don't think they've unlimited the Snake Eyes Aqua Snake. Yeah, that's what I wanted to look up. Thank you. That's definitely what I wanted to look up. Was Aqua Snake. Aqua Snake Hunger Force. Limited. Yeah. Okay, so Snake Eyes Ash limited. Snake Eyes Poplar limited. Yeah. Snake Eyes Oak limited? Nope, just banned in Master Duel. Okay. And what's their Flamberge at? Nothing. Okay. Nothing. Okay. They didn't hit Birch either, right? Of course, yeah. Just making sure. All right, and then what else? What is the fucking Rhoda again? What is the Rhoda's name? Bonfire. It's been too long since I've played a fire deck. Okay, Bonfire. Also limited. Okay, so then you have 2 ways to access Ash, which is like essential. What's their Diabell Star at? Diabell Star also limited. Okay, so that's another way to access way to access OSS, that is. And Wanted also limited. Yeah, the Snake Eyes stuff is much more accessible in TCG. It's just you can't use the one card I actually want to use, which is OSS. It does so much cool stuff, and you're just not allowed to use it. Anyways. Because they want to have the full deck available for you to never play because it's not good without OSS. Like, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? But it is a yummy card engine, I guess. I don't even know if they're playing that anymore, right? Anyways, so you can do like Flamberge stuff. So instead of getting Oak, you're getting Flamberge. No, you're getting Oak, summon back Poplar or Ash. Oak effect, send the Link monster that you made off of Poplar to grab Flamberge, link them both off into a Link 2, and then summon back 2 material. Then you have 1 to OSS and 1 to make Prom Princess. Prom Princess summons back something, and then you can make the Link 4 Arbitrator. That is something you could do. Or you could leave the Flamberge on the field and use it to put the IP Masquerena. Like, this card does not... Even with Snake Eyes combo, this card is hard to make. In it, like, if you're doing like the full Snake Eyes combo, which you can do all of that except for the OSS part in Rescue Ace, in the TCG, I mean, like, you very easily do the entire Snake Eyes combo. Ash for Poplar did that, all that stuff I just described. But in that case, why are we making Rescue Ace Arbitrator, which doesn't do anything, because we don't have any access to Rescue Ace cards? Unless we've just drawn into Emergency, I guess. When instead, you could make literally anything else. You could make the Salamangreat guy. You could make Amblo Whale. Okay, so I guess one thing you could do is, let's say you have, like, Airlifter in hand. You do the Snake Eyes combo to make Arbitrator, and then you go Arbitrator, add Rescue HQ. HQ summon, gives you the extra normal summon. Or wait, hold up. Which one gives you the extra normal summon? Is it HQ or is it Hydrant? That is very important. Fuck. It might be Hydrant. No. It's got to be HQ, right? Okay, let's just Rescue Ace. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's the HQ. There. Whew, I thought I was going crazy there. It is the HQ, thank God. So yes, if you happen to draw Snake Eyes combo plus Airlifter, or Rhoda, which gets you Airlifter. You can do Snake Eyes combo, make Arbitrator grab HQ, and then summon the fucker. Summon that fucker. Sorry, Mater came back for a second. And then you can get emergency tribute the Airlifter to get the Hydrant, and the Hydrant grab a big fucker, and big fucker set you 4 cards that then have extra value thanks to Arbitrator. It's a decent card. It's not crazy, and it really feels like something you're only going to be able to access easily with the Snake Eyes engine. Because Rescue Ace just doesn't put up that many bodies like over the course of several turns, and I think that might be what they're designing it for, because it gets stuff from the graveyard. It's like, oh, you do this turn 3 to recover some stuff, and I think if that was the case, the card would just be kind of bad. But with the Snake Eyes combo and how decently consistent it is in TCG, not in OCG, but it just doesn't have the same ceiling. I mean, I guess if you have Hydrant in hand, you can also just like go, grab HQ, give you the, if you draw HQ, I guess you could go Hydrant and get the extra normal summon on the Hydrant. Hydrant can search you. I mean, Hydrant can search you, the big guy, Turbulence, but like you're not gonna be able to summon it. You can search you Airlifter, which can get you emergency next turn. But until then, you've kind of got no protection other than the big Link 4 that does nothing, and a level 1 0 attack 0 defense Hydrant that can't be attacked until they get rid of the big Link 4. But like, unless you happen to draw into some of the quick plays or normal traps, that's not a board. That's not an end board, right? So much better would be Airlifter. Airlifter would actually get you somewhere. I mean, if you just draw naturally into emergency as well. Obviously, this doesn't help Rescue Ace in Genesis format, which is, I think, where Rescue Ace really has the best chance of doing anything is in Genesis format. But at least the first card helps it in there. I guess Quick Attacker helps with the Arbitrator stuff. If you have drawn into Quick Attacker, you can get the HQ, get the additional normal summon, and then if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon a monster you add off of this guy. Sure. And it also, it has it actually has a special summon too. So if you happen to have another Rescue Ace card that you don't want to summon or can't summon, like because it's a too high a level, you can shuffle that back, special summon this guy, and then use the additional normal summon. Or you could shuffle back the Link monster, but that seems pretty rough to me. So depending on what you draw, the Snake Eyes stuff can get you into a decent Rescue Ace board, but like, it was already going to, like, it's just a slightly better Rescue Ace board instead of something crazy. I don't know. That's pretty rough. These cards are not nearly as good as the Exosister cards. But they're not bad either. I'm just wondering how many Quick Attacker we play, right? Because I feel like the ratios for Rescue Ace already feel pretty solid. In Genesis format, you definitely play 3 of this guy, because your ratios are not solid, not by a long shot. But in main format, how much of this do you play? I don't know. I mean, maybe 3. It is just a decent extender and helps you get into a Link monster like Arbitrator. Or, use Arbitrator to the fullest effect thanks to its other effect. And, it really does work well with the, your opponent playing on your turn. It helps you really, and it goes better going second. So it might even be something where you side more of them in, or you could side them out going if you know you're going first, and your opponent isn't on some kind of deck that lets them play on your first turn. Which is kind of interesting as like a flexible kind of deal. I wish this. I guess the other Rescue Ace cards do play on the opponent's first turn, but they don't do a whole lot when they do that, right? So I wish this was doing more. I wish it was doing a little bit more. And Arbitrator, I wish was a little easier to make. Like, I get it. It's just like, I don't want to put that much resources. Like, if I'm playing Pure, I don't want to put that many resources in. And if I'm not playing Pure, I'm just like playing a Snake Eyes engine just to make this guy, right? Because like there's no OSS in DCG, right? There is, and then if I'm in the OCG, I'm playing a very inconsistent engine just to get Arbitrator and OSS. And I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to leg. Crazy. I think I have more to say about these than the Exosister cards, but that's just because I know Rescue Ace better than Exosister. I played a lot of at Rescue Ace. Obviously not enough to memorize where it's ADHD, baby. I love having ADHD, probably, or maybe it's just autism. Maybe it's just autism. Maybe I have too much Tylenol. Okay. I'm going to say Quick Attacker is at least a one of in main format, I think. At least a one of. Maybe side 2 extra copies. Genesis format, 3 of. Easy 3 of. No question in my mind about that. Arbitrator. Arbitrator, I mean, it's an include for sure. Is it part of your turn 1 end board? I guess it depends on whether you want to include a Snake Eyes package or not. It all depends on that, I think. Otherwise, you know, one part of it is that you also do set up the Prom Princess, like summon to the field pop and pop effect. So like that's another interaction you're setting up when you make Arbitrator, because you're always going Prom Princess. Like even if you're not playing the Snake Eyes stuff, you're always going Prom Princess in this to make this. There's like no way you're not ever not doing that. So then you're always ending up with another interaction in the graveyard, so it's a little bit more layered. These cards are interesting. I'm just like, yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say about them. It's just like, it's interesting at the very least. Makes you really think about how you want to play the deck. Like, do you want to make like include these random Snake Eyes stuff just to make Arbitrator? And like maybe you do want to do that. Maybe you do. Like there's the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think you do, right? I think you do. Because if you draw into the Snake Eyes stuff, I guess if you draw into Flambird, you just get owned. But if you draw into the Snake Eyes stuff, it just makes the end board better. And you get, after you get Rescue H HQ, you just get to do the same combo you were going to do anyways with whatever normal summon you have or don't have, right? So if you don't have a normal summon, you weren't going to have a normal summon before, right? The one thing is, it's going to take up a lot of non-engine slots. And that could be a problem. That could be a little bit tough to deal with. But other than that, I mean, I guess you could just like any 2 Rescue Aces, like say Impulse and Airlifter, make Hita. If your opponent's Ash Blossomed you at all this turn, Hita get back the Ash Blossom, make Prom Princess. Prom Princess makes Arbitrator. Arbitrator grabs Hydrant or Rescue Ace, and you have more stuff to go off of in a later turn. So if your opponent interrupts you with an Ash Blossom, this gives you more recourse. But only if you have 2 guys on the field. And how are you getting 2 guys on the field if your opponent interrupted you? Arbitrator would be a really strong card if Rescue Ace was a better deck. If Rescue Ace was a different deck than what it is currently, I think Arbitrator would be a really strong card. It would be a crazy card if Rescue Ace actually put up the bodies to make Arbitrator naturally through it, of course, like the way it played, or through extenders. I mean, I guess the new guy's an extender, so maybe you just gotta play more of that guy. I don't know. All right, enough yapping. Let me know what you think of these cards down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye! Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity, among other benefits. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleakill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, Fire Mizumi, Beastman, Bryn, and Beelzis. A big thanks to all my patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.